Good morning Year 10. It's time to do our purple pen feedback on the assessment from the other day. Please make sure you've marked in purple, upload your score. I will also mark it and see whether we agree on the score. So, start with question 1. In a raffle there's one winning ticket, 360 tickets are sold. Rachel buys 12 tickets, give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. Well, she's got a 12 out of 360 chance. So you can then either cancel that down to get your second mark, or if you use your calculator and type it in and press equals, it will give you an answer of 1 out of 30. 1 mark for there, 1 mark for there. How many tickets should Zane buy to have a 1 in 90 chance of winning? Well, we need 1 out of 90 to equal something out of 360. So we're looking for what we're multiplying 90 by to get to 360. Which is 4. So if you've got a 4 written somewhere, okay, you get that, and then 4 tickets are required, 2 marks. On to question 2. So we've got, in a game, the player spins the wheel is fair. Now fair means it's got the same chance of landing on every different side. What's the probability that the player scores an even number greater than 2? So we've got 1, 2, 3 of them, out of 8. It's a prime number, remember that's on our formula sheet, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, etc. So it's a 2, a 3, a 5 or a 7. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's 4 out of 8. Now I could cancel that down to 1 out of 2, but I don't need to because it's not asking me to. Square number, so 1, 4, 9, 16. Now square numbers, well it's 1 and 4 on there, so it's 2 out of 8. And finally, a number that is a factor of 24, so I'm looking for things that multiply to make 24. So I've got 1 times 24, I've got 2 times 12, I've got 3 times 8, I've got 4 times 6, and 5 doesn't work. So there's all of those factors, and in the numbers 1 to 8, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So my probability is 6 out of 8. 1 mark for each of those questions. Question 3. There are 40 counters in a bag. 3/8 of the counters are yellow, 1/5 are red, and the rest are blue. One counter is chosen at random. Work out the probability the counter is blue. So I need to work out how many of each. So for yellow, I've got 3/8 times by 40. So I could be using my calculator here, use the fraction button, and I get 3/8 times by 40, which means there are 15 yellow counters. I can do the same with red. So I've got 1/5 times 40. So again, using my calculator, 1/5 times 40 means there's 8 of those, and the rest are blue. So if I add these together, I get 23, which means that there are 17 blue counters. What's the probability that one counter picked at random is blue? It's 17 over 40. Now there are other ways of doing that, by adding these two fractions together and then doing one take away the answer. You'd still get 17 out of 40. Question number 4. It's a bit of a two-way table. A class of 30 students have asked about their favourite hobby. Some of the results in the table, some are missing. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to fill the table in. So 10 people in total, which means that's 8 boys. Watching TV is 9 in total, which means that's 4 girls. Now we can add these up to make sure everything works. So work out the probability. A student is a boy whose favourite hobby is playing football. We've done that in the table already. Okay, so we're getting 2 marks for this, which means we're getting 1 mark for that. A girl whose favourite hobby is not reading. So we've got 12 girls in total. Take away that 1, gives us 11 for our second mark. A teacher to choose a student at random from the class, and it's a boy. So we already know we're working in the boy column up here because we know it's a boy. Work out the probability his favourite hobby is either watching TV or playing computer games. While TV and computer games is 8 boys out of 18 altogether. So we've got 8 out of 18 for our first mark, and we cancel that down to 4 over 9 for our second mark. So you're actually getting 2 here, 1 for the 8 and 1 for the 18. Last but not least then, on to question 5. We've got a tree diagram. And we've got a 4 or a not 4. Now remember, each of our branches adds up to 1. So 1, 6 and 5, 6 adds up to 1. And actually, because it's still a 4 and not 4, we've got the same probabilities on the side. Now, I would always write down our two different results here. Now, once we've got all our probabilities on, we can then work out our different outcomes. So this is going to be a 4 and a 4. And that word "and" is really important because it means we've got 1/6 times 1/6. So the probability of getting double 4 is 1 out of 36. This is 4 and not 4. 1/6 times 5/6. That's 5 out of 36. Not 4 and 4. 5/6 times 1/6, so 5/36. And not 4, not 4. 5 out of 6 and 5 out of 6, multiply them gives us 25 out of 36. Now once we've done all that hard work, the actual question is easy. Work out the probability of the dice landing on a 4 both times. So I'm looking at a 4 and a 4, it's this one here, so straight away I can write down 1/36. So you're getting 1 mark up here, 2 marks down here. Please book up any tests, leave me a comment to let you know it's done, and let me know your score.